This is the big battle we've all been waiting for. Who is the better character to pull for, Columbina or Varka? Today we're going to boil down both of the characters' kits, take a look at how they both work, take a look at the current damage they're performing. We're going to pick the overall better character you should pull for in your team if you're free to play or if you're play to win or whatever. So let's take a look at the more valuable unit. Columbina is out currently and Varka is the next brand new outcry character in 6.4, apart from Zubai, of course. So it's a battle between Columbina and Varka. So let's start with reasons to pull for Columbina. Number one, she is one of the strongest reaction enablers possibly ever designed. So Columbina doesn't just trigger reactions, she redefines them. Her kit converts Electrocharge Bloom, Crystallization into Lunar versions with higher AoE, better scaling, additional effects like Energy Regen, Shields, Resistance, Shred. This means she amplifies the entire team damage, not just her own. Characters who are normally okay suddenly become top tier when played with her, if they are Lunar. Her elemental burst, the Moonlit Domain, sustained AoE dominance. So her burst creates persistent Moonlit Domain that deals AoE Hydra damage. And if you didn't know, this buffs Lunar reaction damage. So this changes how reactions behave for everyone inside this bubble. So this is especially amazing, guys, for the Spiral Abyss, event combats, multi-wave combats. She excels where, enemies are spawning a lot. She may not be as good against big enemies, but she can still perform very well. HP scaling makes her absolutely absurd and easy to build. Because she scales primarily off max HP, this means she's less reliant on perfect crit ratios. She's naturally tanky. She's extremely consistent with damage output. Her HP scaling also means she can benefit from Hydro Resonance, HP weapons, future HP focus support as well. Columbina is almost guaranteed to age well as long as they keep pushing this Lunar meta with characters and such. She has a built-in survivability. Now, this obviously isn't one of her best positives, but it's a safety net for, casual players or even higher difficulty content. It can come in handy. A shield absorbs 12% of her max HP. And this is resistance to interruption, obviously. Doesn't happen often, but with her C6, this happens once every 100 seconds. Number 5, her constellations are actually impactful. So a lot of characters' constellations are rubbish, but her constellations don't just buff her, they buff everyone in the team as well. So faster gravity accumulation, bigger lunar reaction bonuses, team-wide reaction scaling increases, and massive elemental damage boosts as C6. So it is 5 reasons why you might not want to pull for Columbina. She is not a traditional hyper character. So if you want big solo numbers, big nuke damage by, characters by themselves, screenshot crit, main DPS field time, Columbina won't really scratch that itch. She's more of an enabler, an amplifier, not a solo star. Her damage depends on teammates, so her value skyrockets with reaction-focused teams, units that can trigger lunar reactions often, and units that are lunar, because a lot of Columbina's buffs buff other lunar characters. So if you're playing with non-lunar characters, the less and fewer characters you add to your team that aren't lunar, these buffs get weaker. And if your roster, likes Electro, Dendro, Geo synergy, she feels underwhelming. Number 3, she's very constellation sensitive. So she's strong at C0, but C1 to C4 add huge quality of life. C6 changes how safe she feels, so if you hate characters that tempt you into pulling more, Columbina can be dangerous. Columbina may fall off in the future, so we did just talk about Columbina being future-proof, but if there is a future where the Lunar dies out, Lunar characters aren't being introduced, and there's a new wave, well, that means this de-emphasizes reactions. Lunar Electrocharge, Lunar Bloom, Lunar Crystallization aren't going to be as strong as we used to think. So if Lunar reactions ever really fall out of the meta, Columbina's going to fall with them. Gravity and tidal interference is timing gated, so her core payoff mechanic, tidal interference, has a 15-second internal cooldown. It has dependency on gravity accumulation and triggers conditions based on most accumulated reaction types. This creates situations where you overlap gravity and waste values, the wrong lunar reaction triggers, or short fights end before the payoff happens. Now let's get into the reasons why you should pull for Varka. So true on-field hyper carry. So Varka is designed to stay on field and dominate. fast normals, strong charge attacks, high animo ceiling, and scaling, and multiple hit instances. So if you like actively playing your DPS, he feels fantastic. Extremely flexible elemental integration. His kit dynamically adapts based on party elements. So Pyro, Hydro, Electro, Cryo change his damage type. Right hand element infusion adds versatility and makes him adaptable to nearly any team. This flexibility means he's rarely bad in any lineup. Gale Rush mode equals a massive DPS window, so once activated, increased attack speed, reduced enemy resistance, special charge attacks that don't consume stamina. This creates huge burst windows where he deletes enemies quick. His constellation scaling is strong. His constellations add reaction bonuses, boost personal damage hard, reduce cooldowns, and improve stamina economy. C2 and C6 in particular push him into the top tier DPS territory. Feels extremely satisfying to play. This matters more than people admit, so fluid animations, high on time, and skill expression. So if you enjoy skill-based gameplay, Varka definitely delivers, and he's got so many fun little elemental skills and bursts in his kit. He's a very exciting character. Here is why you maybe don't want to pull for Varka. So number one, he is a selfish DPS, so he wants that field time. He wants those buffs. He wants teammate slots dedicated to him. So this limits team creativity compared to Columbina as much. Number two, higher mechanical demand. You must maintain combos, manage stamina, and track cooldown. So if any mistakes are made, there is a big DPS loss. So he is a very, timed character. He has lower team-wide value. Unlike Columbina, Varka does not massively buff allies, doesn't redefine reactions. So even though he may come out power crept, his entire value drops. Varka's Hex and Circle drawback. So with him being a Hex and Circle character, a lot of his buffs come from having Hex and Circle characters in his party. And this isn't a problem, it's exactly the same situation as Columbina with her Luna characters. So if there was ever a time where Hex and Circle characters stopped being released, or there was a new meta being pushed, Varka's gonna find it harder to keep up with all of it. And yes, this also does mean that if you're using Varka with characters that aren't Hex and Circle, it's gonna be not as worth it. Varka's downtime feels pretty bad, so obviously with all of his attack, elemental skills and just general gameplay, his power spikes definitely depend heavily on skill uptime, burst windows, and right timing. So when you don't have any energy and you kind of just sat there, the downtime can feel bad. You're gonna need some good energy support. Who is better to pull? Let's nail it down to the final verdict. So you should pull Columbina if you care about having a strong team that works really well in endgame content like Spiral Abyss. You enjoy reaction teams, so you're not tied to a single element. You want one character to boost multiple teams, and you prefer consistency, safety, and scaling. And out of the two, she is more future-proof. You should pull Varka if you want a main DPS right now. You enjoy mechanical, active gameplay, and you want a big on-field presence and fast clears. He's more fun and, adrenaline-driven pull, with Columbina being the more smarter pull. So overall, guys, Columbina would be the better pull for most players. She scales better, buffs more teams, survives longer, and will remain relevant, in longer to come. However, another final verdict, you shouldn't be tied to either character. Just because I said that doesn't mean you should go pull her right now. If you want to get Varka, it really does not matter. He's still going to be dealing amazing damage, and after all, he is bringing Mondstadt back. Me personally, I am pulling for Varka regardless, so now it's up to you guys. Ball is in your call. If you guys would like to win a Welkin, all you have to do is like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will be picking some people in the comments for free Welkins, but you have to make sure that you have all notifications turned on.